younger players? Like, is Carlo part of that group or?
No, just so high minutes players. So high minutes players don't do that. So it's the get better stuff. It's kind of you got to stay ready. You never know once when your number could be called. So that's kind of the purpose of that group.
Hey, Coach Nick Callum from the San Jose Mercury News. Curious how you guys approach these Commissioners Cup games, and if there's like a bar that you guys want to reach with these kind of set of games that have some extra stakes attached to them.
I honestly only realized it was a Commissioner's Cup game yesterday with different basketballs. So it's just it's every game we prepare the same way. We're as detailed and as strategic as we can be for every single game, and we're just going to approach this game like every other.
Hi, Coach. Kevin Dana, Valkyries Radio. What has impressed you most about Emily's start to the season?
Yeah, so I think really setting the tone defensively. That's what really stands out to me. Really becoming the defensive anchor, heartbeat of our team. And I think when we went about building the defense, just we're able to do some really unique things with her. I think her anticipation and come over as the last and protect the rim, or take calculated risks to go for steals. So we've designed the defense to try and be as disruptive as we can be, and I think the reason why we're turning teams over the most in the league, I think a lot of that is due in part to Emily and the role she's having.
Coach, you guys are, obviously an expansion team that's doing really well. We saw the Valkyries do it last year. Toronto's playing pretty well now. Is there something about an expansion team, at least coming into this part or this era of the league, that maybe expansion teams are having some more success? Is there anything to that?
Yeah, I think it's always tough to pinpoint one specific reason. I think it's historically it is interesting because that typically doesn't happen, and obviously what the Valkyries did last year, that was very much the norm. The typical win rate before the Valkyries was 33% for an expansion team. So we've always spoken about we just want to focus on us, and obviously it's incredible what happened last season here, but it's really about us. We kind of don't want to compare ourselves to anyone. We just want to focus on the things we're doing and build it out like that. But yeah, I think the interesting thing with expansion teams is just the opportunities players get to play more minutes, and I think that's been the story with us, and you could argue the tempo too. Just players get more of an opportunity to show they can play, and I think there's really talented players in this league, so it's only a good thing that there are more opportunities for everyone.
Hey, Coach, Kenzo Fukuda with Clutch Points. With that opportunity, do you feel like your team also comes with like a chip on their shoulder, a little bit of an edge, because they weren't protected by their past teams?
Yeah, I think it's more, we're trying to build that mentality of just relentlessness, and we love being the underdogs. It's great because we can approach every game just with a point to prove, and I think we have such a group of elite competitors, so they've really embraced that, and yeah, one of our team values that the players set was this notion of being relentless, playing with a lot of grit, and I think we've really shown that to this point in the season, and we're being intentional to make sure that continues.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks everyone.
Appreciate it.